Welcome to the ACE Talks, the podcast where we talk about the stories, ideas, and moments that shaped Accace. I'm your host, Veronica, and today we have a very special guest with us who's known for launching the advisory service line at Accace. But before I introduce him, I just want to briefly mention that this year marks 20 years of Accace as we were established back in 2006. In this podcast, we want to celebrate the anniversary and capture the journey behind the brand we all know today. Now about our guest. Please give a warm welcome to Petr Neškrábal, our head of advisory, partner of the company, and managing director of Accace Czech Republic. Hi, Petr.
Hi,
Petr, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
I'm Petr Neškrábal. As you mentioned, I'm responsible for tax and legal advisory in the Accace Group. My biggest hobby and also area where I think I'm the best is everything related to international holdings. It's from restructurings through motivation of employees, prices setup, acquisitions. So it can be legal, tax, management, consulting, finance.
Petr, can you share with us when, where, why, and how did your journey begin at Accace?
It was funny because I'm from Czech Republic, but that time I was seconded by my previous employer from Czech Republic to Romania for 1 year, and I was approached by a case in Romania, and I had interview during some Czech expat meeting in Bucharest because the managing director on the Romanian branch in a case was also from Czech Republic. So we met together and it was the longest interview. It was like interview because we discussed during this meeting and then everybody went to some bar and party. So we finished about 5 a.m. the other day. So it was funny. And it was about I think 17 years ago. So
Wow.
quite a long time.
That is indeed. And so you mentioned you were seconded in Romania. Do you also speak the language?
I had some courses, but after that years I don't remember. Maybe Bona Ziva, un espresso mic.
Nice. You also studied in Vienna. Do you speak any German?
Yes, I speak German, but again, it's when I'm in the Austrian Alps and I'm skiing there usually to order everything. So I'm practicing, but not more. Maybe I would mention you mentioned not only when but also why I joined Accace, because before I was in one of the big four and I had a really nice career there. I learned a lot, but at certain point I stopped. I would say giving additional value to the employer, and also it simply I couldn't move forward. Yes, I get stuck, and I was searching for opportunity combining not only advisory but also some kind of management of people and finance and so on. And I was offered to start advisory business in Czech Republic for Accace. So I said this could be good start, and then I tried, and I'm really happy because I would say the support from the owner that time and feeling that you can make mistakes really made me the ground which I needed, and I think that I managed to really do a lot of progress by myself for myself, but also regarding the business and people development.
That sounds wonderful. And Accace is actually known for also providing these opportunities for colleagues even these days. Do you see it the same way now?
I hope so. It's always different if you start to build something from almost scratch. Yes, before me there was 1.5 person in tax team, and they did some tax compliance support. There was a half person for some paralegal services. So when you start from this small group, it's easy to grow quickly. Yes. Now when we are 60 for advisory in Czech Republic, and I would say tens of people in other countries, it's not so easy to grow. so fast. But still, if you start something new, you are encouraged, you are really more appreciated when you try something new and make mistake rather than if you do not try anything. Yes. So the grounds is definitely here. It's a bit different, but new ideas and energies welcomed really quite a lot.
I actually wanted to go back a little bit to those early days as well, and you just touched upon that topic because I wanted to ask, what did advisory look back then compared to now?
When I joined Accace, it was here in Prague, the whole company in one room. We were at the beginning three, but we were together with payroll ladies and accountants, and it was funny. I joined Accace first time, opened the doors, and there was music playing from radio. I said, "Oh my God, how I will concentrate!" Yes, but somehow we agreed in the end. On the other hand, I was surprised how friendly the people were and how, from IT point of view, Accace was developed. It was much more developed than the big four employer before. So I was really
Wow.
say, wow, exactly. That it was interesting, and in the course of time, we split, and it was different.
Of course. And now looking back at those 2 decades, is there an achievement that makes you very proud?
I was thinking when I look back, there was something which I really found crucial because I would say if you ask me why I do, what I think that is important in life, so it's some giving impact to the others, yes, and not only me, but together with some other people, we try to change the culture of the company, and we call it Open Book Management Plus. Yeah, because it's consisting of sharing financial information about everybody, at the same time sharing profits with everybody without any limits. Yes, and at the same time, not to control people, meaning you can start your work whenever you want, you can finish whenever you want, you can do your work from any place, from office, home, any other, and you are expected to simply contribute to the team you are part of. And this is changing the attitude of people, that they are really acting almost like if they are doing their own business. Yes, because simply you see what you made, you see your profit, and you have part of it, and you are free, basically. Yes, but you are responsible for your work, and if you do not work enough, simply you don't have enough.
And when did this approach started to take place? Like how many years back?
I would say about 12. Actually, we went even in the US, where it was called Great Game of Business. It was done a bit differently, but we tried the theory and applied to the Czech conditions, and it was developing. And this is, I would say, result of 5 years expertise and, or experiments, and trying and seeing something work, something didn't work, and basically this is the outcome.
It still sounds very progressive and forward thinking for like a 12-year ago situation. Is there anything maybe you would do differently now that you look back at the past?
I definitely made a lot of mistakes. We tried a lot of new businesses where I was really convinced that it will be successful, and it wasn't. Also with the people, especially in some cases, I gave so many last chances to somebody, which cost a lot of money and some atmosphere in the team and so on. On the other hand, I would say each mistake, and I would say even the bigger one, was more giving me some kind of lessons learned. So if I could remove mistakes but keep the lessons learned, I would change a lot. Yes. On the other hand, I need those mistakes and lessons because it really helped me for future, and if I wouldn't like to lose those lessons.
Moving back to the now, the present, and refocusing again back to advisory, from your perspective, what makes Accace's advisory different from other players in the region?
Accace advisory superpower is communication. This is something which I think is the most important for clients, and we have some kind of guidelines. It's culture. It's repeated to everyone, and it's really controlled and emphasized and trained. We have even some kind of guide, and it has many aspects. Yes, first is speed. Yes, we always want to be responsive, and we have so-called 24 hours rule, meaning that we have to react if you receive email, missed call, any kind of message. So you should react and at least confirm that you received the message or request in 24 hours. This is the speed. Second thing is the approach to understand the purpose of the question and really provide the help. Not only just to tick we answer the question, but really to help the client. If there are two options, the client should know just you have two options and pick up. You should have some recommendation based on our understanding of the situation. And what is also important is some kind of transparency and trust in communication. We really have culture that we do not charge anything we don't spend. We do not avoid mistakes. I'm always saying to myself, what I would like to know if I'm on the other side and the provider makes mistake. Yes, I would really know that it happened and some kind of suggestion how to improve and not to hide anything. Yes, so we are trying to have this approach as well, and I hope that the clients appreciate and we can feel that the clients we have long-term relationship and it's building on and so on. So this is, I think, making us special, or at least I think that this is some component which is for advisory the most important one.
That's very nicely put together, and I think at the end of the day, it's not a coincidence that Accace's tagline says "one step ahead of your needs," because we truly try to be one step ahead of our clients' needs and help them however it's possible. Actually, speaking of tagline, because we are coming to the end of our session, before we say goodbye, can you share what's your ACE card you always keep up your sleeve, like some motto or tagline you live by?
I would say it's ability to build the trust. I'm trying to uh, have respect to everyone and to be transparent to everyone. And uh, I have in my business life a lot of conflicts. It's with the clients about the price, it's about the scope, with people about the salaries, about uh, mistakes, or simply there are many issues. I need to fire someone from time to time, and there are many negative aspects. Yes. On the other hand, if you treat people with full respect, uh, i- sometimes it's negative at the moment, but in the course of time, they usually understand, and especially the other people. If you keep someone where it doesn't make sense and you are not transparently different. But I believe that this combination of ability to solve the negative thing, to be transparent, respectful, makes you to be trusted. And I have really a long-term relationship with the people, even those which I fired, for example, come with some new business for us, which is really great.
That is indeed amazing. And thank you so much for sharing this. We will actually leave it at that. We are coming to the end of our session. So, Peter, I would like to thank you so much for sitting down with me and sharing all this interesting information and stories. It was truly a pleasure.
It was a pleasure for me. Thank you.
To our dear audience, thank you for tuning into the ACE Talks today. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a follow, click the like button, leave a comment, or share it with a friend. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep staying one step ahead.